Please subscribe, and if you can, contribute to keep us on the air. Well, a number of people are saying the federal government, it's not just the leadership that needs to be changed. Almost everybody says that. But the actual bureaucracy, the machinery of government, is either outdated or it just doesn't know what's going on. It's certainly not delivering what Canadians want. Ginny Roth is an active conservative. She is a principal with Crestview Strategies in Toronto. Smart woman, knows all about these things, and joins me right now because I want to put the question to you. If your party wins power in the next election, can it turn around the federal government? Can a few people at the top take this massive machinery and say, we're going to make it work instead of having failure?
I think it starts at the top. You need good leadership that is very crystal clear about here's our mandate,
right,
and we're going to hire to execute it. I've just done a lot of research into the Mike Harris years. You remember them? Yeah. One of the things they did so well was they figured out what deputy ministers they needed, and they said either you're on board with our mandate or you're not. And if you are, get on board and help us execute it and commit to that. And that's how they were able to get so much done in their first year, in that first mandate. And I think that'll be the approach of Poilievre. It'll be about hiring the right talent in both the political jobs and the bureaucracy, and trading them up and giving objectives, and not just saying we're going to spend the money, but if we're spending money, what's the point of it? What's it supposed to accomplish?
Wait a second, Ginny. You're not for a second suggesting that the Prime Minister and cabinet ministers are going to say, we're making the decisions and not you bureaucrats.
I know, it's hard to imagine. It's hard to imagine. But honestly, I think he's so firm in his convictions, and
right,
he'll have a crystal clear platform.
Right.
And then there'll be no excuse for the public servants. They have to either, get out of the way or agree and sign on to this mandate and execute. And then if you have competent managers, you deploy cabinet ministers who actually have experience and who know how to run a group of people and who make decisions, and then hold people accountable to executing them.
That'll be stunningly refreshing. Now, let me put this to you, Ginny. Since Trudeau became Prime Minister, 100,000 civil servants have been on the payroll, added. And they aren't there simply to say, we're here to help you. I mean, a lot of times it's just, it's horrible civil servants interfering with the private sector. And people are saying in business, we can't get anything done because we're spending so much time with bureaucrats.
Yeah, I think it's a combination of things. I think after COVID, not a lot of people wanted to get back to work. I think people got used to, I can actually do my job in 15 hours a week and spend the rest of it at my cottage on the Quebec side of the border or whatever.
Right.
And you require some serious management to kind of get a hold on that and say, what are you actually doing all day? And is it efficient? And is it driving an objective?
Will you agree with me that's baloney when someone says, well, I want to work at home all day and it's just as efficient? Because I know people do that, and it's not.
Yeah, I think most of the time it's probably not. And at a minimum, you need a manager who has a sightline on that and who's driving an objective. And it has to be objective driven. I think the thing with the Trudeau Liberals is their spending is about hiring more bureaucrats, because that's the solution, as opposed to making the public servants actually accomplish something for people.
Stunning news. Ginny Roth, thank you very much. 3 minutes. Liberties and freedom of speech are under attack in Canada like never before. So let's keep this discussion on the air. PayPal, write a check, and please include your address so I can write a thank you letter to you. And ask your friends, please subscribe. It's important to keep this on the air. And thank you.